something that you realized, might have been a mistake or could be viewed as at the time as a failure, but was a useful experience for you? Cecil, you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah, so I would say one mistake that I'll share is early on in my career at Google on the sales side, again, didn't really have, like, I had the ads background, but didn't really have the ad sales background, or specifically like with digital and specifically search. So there was all these tools and things that I needed to learn and ramp up on. But I remember making a mistake that actually kind of wiped out a lot of account history for one of my clients. And didn't, like, there was a process that you had to follow and make sure that you're backing up if you're making any changes. And I didn't. And I freaked out and, didn't know how or like what I should be doing. And eventually came clean to my manager, but obviously was just very hesitant to do so because obviously, you're new at a job. You're at this like high performing company like Google. You don't want to show a weakness or that, like, you've done something wrong. But my manager was super gracious about it and was just like, yeah, like, this happens, like these mistakes happen, and, we'll figure out something to communicate to the client. And he, was willing to actually take the communication direct to the client to like provide. So I wasn't putting myself on the line as this like newbie who had like totally messed this thing up. And to me, like that, I guess the biggest takeaway is that, when you find a manager who's really willing to have your back no matter what, even if it's your mistake, like they're willing to own it, like that's a great manager. That's someone that you would respect and work for. And, he was my manager for literally 8 years. And that's why I stayed on that team for so long. So like, I would say another takeaway is that, like, yeah, also like the mistakes that you make, especially early on in your career, like they'll happen, but don't beat yourself. I also don't even remember what client this was that I like completely ruined this account history for. So like in the moment, it's going to feel really bad, but in the long run, it's not that big a deal. Like we're not saving people's lives, but we are helping people and helping businesses grow. But, it's not going to be the end of the world.